A recent study I just made up found that 8 out of 10 doctors agree that most people who have ever lived have come from a woman. Interesting. In an unrelated, unpublished BuzzFeed article, it was also found that most U.S. politicians agree that women are equal, but only about 17.9% of the time. If I could be honest with y'all, I grew up believing that women were the weaker sex. Mostly because the only images that I saw of strong, independent females were the type of women I just didn't want to fuck with. Despite the history made by women throughout time, in the black community it seemed that the word strong was only used for women in a Tyler Perry kind of way. And it wasn't until I became a man that I realized that a woman's strengths didn't only come from being a mad black woman or defeating her dark-skinned ex. Over time, I guess I realized that that ain't being strong, that's just being resilient and a poor judge of character. And I bet if you asked a woman what her biggest strengths were, she wouldn't say keeping the family together with salty food. She'd probably say something positive like being great at biology or maybe speaking teachers typing. Being that we all come from women, I feel like there's something really off about the whole gender inequality thing. I mean, unless your mom was a piece of shit that abandoned you at TJ Maxx, most of us would stand up for her if some dude said that she couldn't get the pay that she deserved. So why don't these politicians just kill that shit once and for all? Like, what's the fucking problem? And to be really real, it takes 2 salaries if you're trying to ball out of control these days. I mean, how the fuck are you supposed to move on up to the east side if half the money coming in is getting short at 17.9% and the rent is too damn high? I mean, can somebody only pay 82.1% of their bills? Can you? I'm asking for a friend. Aside from the gender pay gap bullshit, there's also this mentality that a woman has to sacrifice her career in order to raise a family or vice versa. And I wonder if it's because there's just a genuine lack of empathy for the working mother in America, or if either life is just too much to balance, or if Tyler Perry is right and niggas ain't shit. I mean, I couldn't imagine trying to break in a new baby with only 6 weeks of unpaid maternity leave, especially when Sprint ain't taking no goddamn shorts or losses. I mean, not for nothing. I think if things were reversed and the old white men running shit had to raise the kids, maternity leave would probably be 3 years of pampering, complemented with back rubs and Super Bowl tickets. I mean, shit, I'd take it. In conclusion, and fellas, I want you to take note on this. We have to really pay attention when our ladies complain about work. Because even though we know Shirley's a fucking bitch and can't keep a job or a man, there's probably other fights that's happening at work that really require our support, our time, attention, and compassion and cooperation. I mean, the concept of cooperative economics applies to the home too. Recognize that she just may be a better breadwinner. You should help her fight for what she deserves and support her dreams too. And if you got kids, pick up the slack where she can't. And who knows, maybe being a stay-at-home dad is the thing that'll help you be a better father and to finally get cold at Madden. Still can't whoop me though. Well, that's it for me, folks. Thanks for coming through and kicking it. As always, be good to each other and yourselves. And don't chase the high, chase your high yourself. Hit me up on Twitter, @WillHill504. Hit me up on Instagram, @WillardHill. And make sure you go to my website and check out some awesome tunes that I know will feed your mind and your soul. Make sure to comment below, subscribe to the channel, and hit that like button so I know it's real. And tell a friend. I always like to end on a high note, pun of course intended. So here's a little piece of goodness in this sometimes shitty world. Much love, thanks again, peace and blessings.